I recently heard from somebody who was offended that I would pay $4.59 at Bimart for a can of wine. Why would I do when it's what's my incentive? The Consumer Reporter wanted to know. Why would I buy a can of wine when I could opt in for a more opulent alternative? Well, first of all, there's a problem. With box wine, on a hot day, is always at the risk that it could leak, and I've had that happen, leak out the bottom. It wasn't this brand, but I've had it happen, and then gets my favorite books all stained. I can't take that risk, so I offer the can of sour wine. And if you purchase now, there's a problem with glass, with a bottle of wine that's a glass bottle. Is I'm old and I tend to drop things. I'm over 55 years old. Every once in a while, I lose my balance and I drop. I feel safer with a can of wine. I feel safer with boxed wine than I do with glass. And if you buy a can of house wine and it tastes a little sour and a little too high pitched, there's a way. What do I do when that happens? I love it when that happens because then I pour it on fruit. Okay? Blueberries or raspberries. I put that in the bottom of my glass, and I take the sour bubbly, it's like it's trying to be champagne. This will do fine. Rosé bubbles is a little sour, it's true. But here's what I do with it. Hang on. Let's open it up. Here's what we do with that. You pour it on the blueberries or the raspberries or the blackberries. And to take the edge off of the sour, tart experience, if it's too sour and tart, add a little sprinkle of oregano to the top. I'm going to let that sit for a couple minutes before I sip on it. And then I use foil. I'll grab a piece of tin foil and cover it with tin foil, put it in the fridge, and just sort of save it for later. And I call that drink my Martha Snodgrass special. Do not throw out that can of sour wine. Add it to some fruit and add a sprinkle of oregano at the top. And then wait 2 minutes and see how it tastes. And it might be divine. Enjoy.